So, why are soundbars so popular nowadays? Hey guys, how's it going? Justin here with Walts, and today's video is a little different because we're answering a question rather than doing a product review. The questioning is, where did soundbars come from? Or why are they practically in every living room now in the modern day? We're going to take a quick tour of the evolution of home audio. Here at Walts TV, we've been around since 1957, watching TVs go from bulky boxes with booming speakers to razor-thin screens that can barely whisper. And over the past 2 decades specifically, we've seen soundbars and home audio shape a whole new category. And yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. So we're going to break it up into eras, I guess, and the first one's going to be the 80s and the 90s. Now, back in the 80s and 90s, TVs weren't just screens, they were furniture. Whether it was a wooden cabinet console TV from the 70s or a rear projection model from the early 2000s, these things had room for speakers. And all the extra space allowed for extra room for the manufacturer to put full drivers and, real speakers in them. The built-in stereo systems sounded pretty full, and it was just an overall good experience for the price. So you didn't really need a separate sound system because your TV was basically just a giant speaker box. But then you fast forward into the Flatscreen era, and this is where TVs started to slim down. Suddenly, manufacturers had to make the choice, style or sound, and with that, sound lost the battle. And as the TVs got thinner, there was less space for speakers, so there wasn't any room for big speaker drivers anymore. And this kind of led to 2 major designs that were popular for a while: the downward facing, which we still see today, and then the front facing speaker grill kind of built into the bezel of the TV. Very ugly, and it didn't last long, but now we're just stuck with the down facing. Sometimes some come through the screen, but it's really just not the same. So we started to gain really good picture quality, but the sound quality started to go down. Now we jump into the early 2000s, where the rise of the soundbar had begun. The first real soundbar hit the market in the late 90s. Shout out to Alltech Lansing for their Voice of Digital Theater soundbar. But it wasn't until the early 2000s when the other brands started to jump on board. Brands like Bose, Samsung, LG, they all realized that, hey, we need to fix TV audio without bringing back the big boxes. So overall, soundbars offered a clear dialogue and stronger bass, wider stereo separation, and a simple setup without the mess of a full surround system. And it worked, most importantly. So as the TVs got thinner and thinner, people started to ask, hey, why does my TV not sound that good? And the answer is because you need a soundbar. Or at least that was the affordable option, because full surround systems did cost a lot, and they still do. And that brings us kind of to now. Why are soundbars everywhere in 2025? Well, for one, they're better than they ever have been. Today's models are sleeker, they're more immersive, smarter, and just overall better than the previous generations. A large amount of soundbars come with features like Dolby Atmos for the overhead sound, wireless subwoofers and rear speakers, built-in voice assistants, smart features, and most importantly, HDMI ARC. You get a good, clean signal, but you also get to take advantage of that one remote solution. And especially now, the major TV brands have their own audio brands, which pair well with their TVs, so that the soundbars can, use the same audio as the TV and produce an even better sound. You see this in features like Q-Symphony 3.0, which we've done a video on. And if you're going the LG route, the WOW Orchestra as well. So, yeah, soundbars didn't just come out of nowhere. They were born out of necessity for better audio as TVs got thinner and thinner. And if you're still not convinced if you need a soundbar or not, I always think back to what George Lucas said about films and how sound is 50% of the experience, if not more. And if you don't believe me and George Lucas, watch this clip of high-quality video with low-quality audio and then low-quality video with high-quality audio, and you just tell me which one is more bearable.
So this is an example of amazing video quality with terrible audio quality. Let's switch and see what sounds better.
Now our video quality has decreased, but our audio quality has gone through the roof. Major improvements. What do you guys think? So yeah, audio is definitely the forgotten child, and I highly recommend you get a soundbar if you haven't already. If you're wondering which soundbar is right for you, that's not a one-size-fits-all question. So, we've done a ton of reviews. I'll leave some of my favorite soundbars in the description. If you're someone who's interested in a little bit more of a full surround system setup and need some help with configuring that, we can definitely help you out if you just email us at youtube@walts.com. And also, I want to know from you guys in the comments, do you guys own a soundbar? If you do, what do you think of it? And, What are you looking for when it comes to that? Now, if you guys found this video helpful in any way, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. It really does help me out, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. If this is a product that you're interested, make sure to email me at youtube@walts so I can get you a special YouTube discount. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos like these, and we'll see you in the next one.